Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. Government bans Mahadev App and 21 other illegal betting platforms on ED's request. Filing of nominations ends today in Rajasthan. First phase of assembly elections in Chhattisgarh and single-phase polling in Mizoram to be held tomorrow. India hands over first consignment of emergency relief materials to earthquake-hit Nepal. In hockey, India lifts Women's Asian Champions Trophy title after a thumping win over Japan in Ranchi, and Maharashtra dominates medal tally at National Games in Goa with 67 gold, 61 silver and 65 bronze. And now, the news in detail. The centre has banned 22 illegal betting apps, including the controversial Mahadev book. In an order issued yesterday, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology blocked 22 illegal betting apps and websites, including Mahadev Book and Reddy Un Press 2 Pro. The ministry took the step on the recommendation of the Enforcement Directorate, or ED. The ED recommended to the centre for restricting illegal betting app after investigation and subsequent raids on Mahadev Book in Chhattisgarh. The ED has arrested Bhim Singh Yadav, a constable in Chhattisgarh Police, and Asim Das on the charge of money laundering in the case. Earlier in the day, the Congress accused the centre of using ED to target Chhattisgarh government in view of the assembly elections in the state. The filing of nominations will end today for Rajasthan Assembly elections. Several leaders from the ruling Congress, the BJP and other parties will submit their nominations today. Scrutiny of nomination papers will take place tomorrow. Meanwhile, Congress released the seventh and final list and announced the names of 21 candidates last night. Urban Development and Housing Minister Shanti Dhariwal has been given a ticket from Kota North seat. BJP also announced candidates for the remaining 3 seats. The Rashtriya Loktantrik Party has declared the list of 26 names. Bahujan Samaj Party also announced the names of 26 candidates late last night. More from our correspondent.
Till the last day of the filing nominations, Congress, BJP and other parties tried their level best to select the winning candidate. Now the picture has been cleared of BJP and Congress candidates on all 200 seats, while other parties may announce their candidates even on the last day of nomination today on a few seats. On the other hand, the election campaigns of BJP, Congress and other parties will also gain momentum from tomorrow. Jitendra Dwivedi, Akashvani News, Jaipur.
The first phase of assembly elections will be held tomorrow in Chhattisgarh. 20 assembly constituencies will go to polls in this phase. Most of these constituencies are in the Maoist-affected areas. More from our correspondent.
In Chhattisgarh, voting in 10 out of 20 assembly constituencies going to polls in the first phase is scheduled from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow. These constituencies are Antagarh, Bhanupratappur, Kanker, Keshkal, Kondagaon, Narayanpur, Dantewada, Bijapur, Konta and Mohla Manpur. Total 5,304 polling booths have been established for the first phase of voting. To ensure peaceful polling, more than 300 additional companies of Central Forces have been deployed in sensitive areas. Vikalp Shukla, Akashvani News, Raipur.
Mizoram will go to polls tomorrow to elect a new assembly. More than 8.57 lakh electorates, including 4,39,026 women, will decide the fate of 174 candidates. Results are scheduled to be announced on 3rd of December. Out of the 1,276 voting centres in the state, 149 are remote polling stations. Around 30 polling stations along the interstate and international borders have been declared critical and vulnerable. More from our correspondent.
With the end of the campaigning period, all eyes are now on the polling day. A total of 174 candidates, including 16 women, are in the electoral battle. All international borders along Myanmar and Bangladesh, as well as interstate borders along Manipur, Tripura and Assam have been sealed. Meanwhile, the State Election Department is taking up all measures, leaving nothing to chance for ensuring clean, peaceful and free and fair election. Gingante, Akashvani News, Aizawl.
Campaigning for assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh has intensified. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held 3 rallies in 2 days. Voting will be held in Madhya Pradesh on the 17th of November. Rebel candidates on about 24 seats in the state still remain a challenge for both the BJP and the Congress. Even today, prominent leaders of all parties will take charge of the campaign. A report.
Many senior BJP leaders will visit various districts of the state today to campaign in the Madhya Pradesh Assembly elections. Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh in Gwalior and Raisan, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan in Vindhya region, Union Ministers Jyotiraditya Scindia in Gwalior and Chambal, Rajiv Chandrasekhar in Bhopal, and Dr. Ravi Kisan will campaign in Anuppur and Umaria district. Similarly, Congress General Secretary Mrs. Priyanka Gandhi and former Chief Minister Kamal Nath will hold various meetings in Malwa region. Other leaders, including former Chief Minister Digvijay Singh and Ajay Singh, are also busy in campaigning. Meanwhile, to make voter aware, a rally of vintage and other cars was taken out in Bhopal yesterday. During this rally, all the people present were administered the oath to vote. Sanjeev Sharma, Akashvani News, Bhopal.
The electioneering in Telangana is picking up pace, with all major political parties intensifying their campaign. Top leaders and star campaigners of all major parties are lining up for the next few days in the state in support of their party candidates. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be addressing the BC Atma Gaurav Sabha meeting of self-respect of the backward classes to be held at LB Stadium in Hyderabad tomorrow. The Prime Minister is also scheduled to attend another meeting to be held in the parade ground in Secunderabad. BRS Chief and Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao has prepared a plan to address 54 public meetings between the 13th of this month till the end of the campaign on the 28th of this month. Pradesh Congress President Revant Reddy will campaign in 70 constituencies in next 20 days. A plan of action has been prepared to this effect. In Bihar, the winter session of the state legislature will begin today. The 5-day session of both the houses will conclude on 10th of November. During the session, the Nitish Kumar-led government will table the socio-economic data of the recently held caste-based survey. A special Indian Air Force C-130 flight arrived in Nepal yesterday, carrying the first consignment of emergency relief materials worth 10 crore rupees that included tents, blankets, tarpaulin sheets, as well as essential medicines and medical equipment. In a statement, the Indian Embassy in Kathmandu said the first consignment of emergency relief materials arrived at Nepalganj. Indian Ambassador Naveen Srivastav handed over the relief materials to Nepal's Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister Purna Bahadur Khadga. India has provided assistance in line with the commitment expressed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to help the earthquake victims in all possible ways. Nepal was jolted by a 6.4 magnitude earthquake just before midnight on Friday that killed 157 people and injured over 250 others. Further consignments of the relief material from India are expected to arrive in the coming days. India has been the first responder in providing relief packages to the Nepali earthquake victims. Malaysian Foreign Minister Zamri Abdul Qadir arrived in New Delhi late last night for his first India visit. The visit, scheduled from November 5th to 8th, is aimed at strengthening the enhanced strategic partnership between the two countries. Mr. Qadir will co-chair the 6th India-Malaysia Joint Commission meeting with Dr. S. Jaishankar in New Delhi, the national capital, tomorrow. A thick layer of pollutants continued to engulf the national capital as the air quality remained in the severe category for the 5th consecutive day today. As per the Central Pollution Control Board, CPCB, the overall air quality index level of the national capital stood at 471 at 7:30 a.m. Meanwhile, Commission for Air Quality Management yesterday decided to invoke Stage 4 of the Graded Response Action Plan, or GRAP, in the entire National Capital Region with immediate effect to prevent further deterioration of air quality. Under Stage 4 of GRAP, only CNG, electric and BS6 compliant vehicles from other states are permitted entry with exemptions for essential services. The Commission also directed Delhi and NCR states to implement restrictions, including a ban on construction work for linear public projects and allowing 50% of government and private office staff to work from home. And now some news from the world of sports. In hockey, the Indian women's team dethroned Japan to crown themselves the Asian Champions Trophy winners. The hosts beat Japan 4-0 in the final in Ranchi yesterday. India overcame the two-time champions through goals from Sangeeta Kumari, Neha, Lare Simyami and Vandana Kataria. India won their maiden Asian Champions Trophy title in 2016 in Singapore, while Japan bagged the crown twice in 2013 and 2021. Earlier in the day, Asian Games champions China beat South Korea 2-1 to secure the third place. Yi Chen and Tian Tian Liu scored for the winners, while Su Jin An found the target for Korea. In recognition of their exceptional performance marked by an undefeated streak throughout the tournament and their title victory, Hockey India announced 3 lakh rupees to each player and 1.5 lakh rupees each for the support staff. Jharkhand's Salima Tete was announced the player of the tournament. The National Games 2023 is currently underway in the 5 Goan cities Mapusa, Madgaon, Panjim, Ponda and Vasco. Athletes from 28 states, 8 union territories and Services Sports Control Board are in action at the 37th edition of the National Games, which concludes on 9th of November. Goa is hosting the National Games for the first time in its history. Maharashtra currently lead the National Games 2023 medals table with 193 medals, 67 gold, 61 silver and 65 bronze. So far, 29 teams have won at least 1 gold medal at the National Games 2023. Over 10,000 athletes are competing across 43 sports, which include traditional Olympic disciplines as well as indigenous sports like Malkhamb, Kho-Kho and Kabaddi, amongst others. Though the games officially got underway on 26th of October at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Panji, badminton, weightlifting, gymnastics and some of the other disciplines started before 26th of October. In the ICC Cricket World Cup, India registered another massive victory in the tournament as it thrashed South Africa by 243 runs in Kolkata. Chasing a target of 327 runs, South Africa were bundled out for just 83 runs in only 27.1 overs. Today, Bangladesh will clash with Sri Lanka at Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi. The match will start at 2 p.m. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated the Indian cricket team for a splendid performance against South Africa. In a social media post, Mr. Modi said it is a great teamwork and they have also given a great birthday gift to Virat Kohli, who played a lovely innings today. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Tanvi Khurana.
Thank you, Anuja. With AQI deteriorating in the National Capital Centre, orders stiff curbs with key meeting today. Hindustan Times writes, Delhi bans construction trucks as air still severe. The Indian Express states about Defence Minister approving a proposal for extending the rules for maternity, childcare and child adoption leave for women soldiers, sailors and air warriors under the headline Maternity Leave for Women Soldiers on par with officers. India, top scorer in Asia Pacific for consumer goods biggies, reports the Economic Times. India Women Asian Hockey Champs, cites the Times of India as India won their second trophy title after 2016. And finally, all the dailies have covered the news of India vanquishing the Proteas, keeping up the winning ways on the front page with an inbox picture of Virat Kohli. On 35th birthday, Kohli achieves dream parity with Sachin is a headline in the Pioneer. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Tanvi. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Government bans Mahadev App and 21 other illegal betting platforms on ED's request. Filing of nominations ends today in Rajasthan. First phase of assembly elections in Chhattisgarh and single-phase polling in Mizoram to be held tomorrow. India hands over first consignment of emergency relief materials to earthquake-hit Nepal. In hockey, India lifts Women's Asian Champions Trophy title after thumping win over Japan in Ranchi, and Maharashtra dominates medal tally at National Games in Goa with 67 gold, 61 silver and 65 bronze. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.